Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Roydell Clarke. We are back at it with another video. This video is a concept video for the Soloist Project playlist on my YouTube channel, where at this time I am trying to get to you all the information, just sort of throw it out and get it available, and then with the plan of later on creating it in a more digestible fashion. So this video is a subsequent video to the one I had previously within this playlist, and that is on the soloist. So, keeping with the theme of the Soloist Project with the ultimate goal of creating the soloist community, within the soloist community, uh, it would help me develop the brand, the business, Soloist Media, which will be the vessel, I should say, to essentially help other people create their stuff. It would have the resources, the tools available on that platform in order for me to help other people. But before I can get to that and for them to feel that I am qualified to do so, they would want to see the things that I'm helping them do or claim that I'm helping them to do. They would want to see I have a certain level of excellence. And so that's what I had gone through in a previous video where I was explaining my passion, going through my artist name, TheeSoloist, and the website that I've created for that. And you can kind of go into that. But I did say I wanted to take a moment here on my Roydell Clarke website, the Soloist page, right? So my artistry name, my artist page here. And I think by going through this, I said there was a couple Q&As, which they're down here. I'd be able to provide further context as to what I plan to do with the soloist, not just play video games, but there's a way to do this that aligns with my overall vision, my overall personal mission as well. So that is what we are going to take a look at right now. I have many different pages for the about, my journey, my mission, my vision, the soloist, and Tanya TSN. Tanya TSN being my girlfriend, she is doing her own thing as well too, and that is growing in and alongside what it is that I am doing. So if anyone wants to check that out, that stuff is available there. But we also feel that, what she does is a reflection of me. This is my partner. So you also gain insight. This is why somebody would come to your site, is to gain insight, knowledge, or information. And, who you with does say a lot about you. And so that's why it's there. But today we're focused on the soloist page. And so we're going to go over this. So what you're seeing here as you get on here, you have this image in the bottom left corner, image on the right. You see a guy who looks kind of in this gaming space. You have tablets, you have iPads around it. The soloist up the side, be about you, which is the mantra. Be about you, be a soloist is what we say. The soloist, interestingly enough, the reason why I say the soloist, or where that came from, my gamer tag when I was younger used to be Kidverse, which was a play on kid and universe. And eventually I came up with the soloist, but the soloist is really tied to my mission. Whenever we use the word the, not the, because there's two E's there, whenever we use the term the, it's to denote one of something, right? So for example, if somebody asked, what is McDonald's? And you said, wait, you don't know McDonald's? McDonald's is like the burger chain, right? The in that example would be denoting that there's many McDonald's chains, not McDonald's, there's many burger chains, but McDonald's is a notable one of them. So in order for me to actually be the soloist, ironically, I would have to be a part of a community and have a noteworthy position within that community to have the soloist. And so if I'm able to achieve the soloist community where I'm able to help people chase a lifestyle they were destined to live with others doing the same, providing the resources, hard set, mindset, tool set in accordance with that in order to do so, then somebody might ask one day to other people, um, you know, what's the soloist, right? Or what's the soloist community, or who's Roydell? And they would say, well, he's created this soloist community. He's like the soloist, right? So that's the whole play on it. It's a not a decree. What is the term I'm looking for? It's a anyway. If the term comes to me, I'll say it. But that's the idea behind these soloists. It's my vision, my mission. It's my gamer. It's my passion. It's everything combined. That's the play on it. So I say here, introducing a novel way to game, TheeSoloist seemingly blends high-octane gaming with bit-side educational sessions. As your game loads, pivot to a quick lesson on Duolingo or another educational app showcasing that every second can be a moment of growth. Great. So I think this encompasses it quite well, though I do have other interests outside of gaming. Learning is mentioned in there, but I do have interests as far as poetry sharing, um, you know, trading. Love longboarding. I have an electric longboard. I love to be outside and do those things. Many different things. But for the sake of the beginning, for the sake of having something that people can understand, I really want to. I really want to make it easy for people to get. And so instead, and by the way, I am pretty good at the games that I play. Let's just start there. I just don't play games. I actually win, right? And I say that because I'm very competitive, but I say that because I think it does factor. I'm not just somebody who dabbles in things. And it's not just, oh, this is my passion and I don't care. No, I really do it. And so I say that because I can just do the gaming thing and that could be its own. That could just be great. But I want to take the gaming and show people what it is that I do while I'm gaming, right? Duolingo was a great example, but you have Brilliant, which is another great educational app. I have Quizlet, where I use Quizlet, which, if you know, it's a essentially allows you to have flip cards digitally, create your own with some other cool perks within that and features within that. And I want to create a structure where while I'm gaming and I'm winning or I'm playing with friends and having all those things, I have stream goals. I have video goals where complete 10 Duolingo Japanese lessons, right? For example, or 15 French lessons. So in between it. And what I hope to do with that within that space is to inspire those that are watching, whether they're young kids or they're, people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, doesn't matter. You have time, right? To remove that excuse that a lot of people have and see somebody else that you have interested in that particular game, what have you. Finding time to learn a second language. You have time. There's at least, if you're gaming for 5 hours, there's at least 40 minutes within that where there's either loading time, pause, connection issues, waiting for team members to join, friends to join you, a lot of different stuff. You've lost, right? You've died already and the game is still continuing because say you have other teammates within that game. You have 2-3 minutes there. There's something that you can do with that, right? And if you do that, pair gaming with something that you want to improve over a year, 2 years, 5 years, you have a second language, and it's only because you paired it with the games, right? Or whatever it is for you. So that's the idea here. Quite ambitious, if I do say so myself, but that's what it is I do. And that's what it is I'm passionate about doing. So no pressure. Maximize every game minute, right? And now what I had just explained up here, hopefully now that makes more sense. Every gamer knows the anticipation of waiting for a match to load. TheeSoloist takes a seemingly idle time and transforms it into an opportunity for enrichment. While the game prepares you, you can pivot to a quick lesson in Japanese, French, or any subject of your choice. It's not about gaming efficiency, it's about life efficiency. By 2030, our vision, my vision, and hopefully other people come to share this vision, is to redefine the gaming narrative, proving that the world of gaming can coexist with continuous self-improvement. I wouldn't mind later on to be pairing and working with certain apps like Brilliant, like Duolingo, to find a way to gamify. I think this is a space, an area where they haven't thought to explore. And especially with this younger generation of the tablet generation, where they're no longer having, as previous generations had, celebrities, athletes, traditional athletes, as far as basketball players, soccer players, football players, that sort of thing. They're, for a lot of them, people that they idol or look up to are YouTubers, are streamers, are a lot of things doing with digital. A lot of things doing digitally at this point. So this is something that changes. So if we're able to factor that in, I think there's a lot of good that can be done. And I think I can lead that front because I feel uniquely qualified. I see this as a problem and I feel uniquely qualified to fix it, as my dad once said. Continuing on, imagine conquering both virtual battlefield or battlegrounds and real world challenges in a single gaming session. With the Soloist, every loading screen or matchmaking pause becomes a chance to pick up a new word, phrase, or fact. We're ushering in a new era of gaming where every moment counts and every gamer is not just a player but a passionate learner. I couldn't say it any better myself. On the side here, turning loading screens into learning moments, gaming with a side growth, unlock achievements both in-game and in mind. So there you have it. Let's move into the Q&A. Why mix gaming with quick educational bursts? Gaming sessions often have idle moments like loading screens, so I think you get it. I don't think I need to go through that one. I'll kind of summarize this because I've taken that time already to explain it. How does the platform handle the transition between gaming and learning? The Soloist content has a smooth integration. The platform seamlessly pivots to a chosen educational app when a game hits the loading phase. Once the game is ready, it smoothly transitions back, ensuring uninterrupted gameplay. So again, just making it more digestible. I want when people come to the website, it makes sense. They're able to put it together if they care to put it together, right? But that information is available to you. Because if you can give people why it is you do what you do, they will either come to support it or know very quickly if this isn't an area for them. But oftentimes, even if it isn't an area for them, to display your why, to make it clear and easy for them, they may very well just respect, and respect is cool. If they help, great. But, respect is definitely on that list as well. Is this method effective for learning? Yes, micro-learning or micro-learning in small focused bursts is a recognized educational technique. It can enhance retention, especially when repeated consistently over time, like during regular gaming sessions. So as a university academic advisor, it was a position that I undertook. This is something that I advise to many people. If you're familiar with the Japanese term Kaizen, little improvement over time makes big changes, then you'll understand how powerful micro-learning is. Will my gaming experience be interrupted? Not at all. The Soloist ensures that the transition is seamless. Your educational session concludes as your game becomes active. How can this impact the gaming community? By showcasing the potential of idle gaming moments. The Soloist hopes to inspire a paradigm shift. Gamers can develop new skills, paving the way for a community that values personal development as much as in-game achievements. The area where I feel this would be most impactful, and it's the area that I really look to help, is children and parents. My generation, when I grew up, there's a couple sayings that you would hear. One, put down the game, go read a book. A lot of us have heard something like that. Life isn't a game, which I contend, actually. I contend in the way that kids, the irony of this is that they'll say, put down the game and read a book. Life isn't a game. Life isn't a joke. However, kids take games way more seriously than anything they do in life. That is the most serious thing that they do. They do research on it. They watch videos. They watch their own games back. They communicate with their friends. They get their friends involved. They do the most work when it comes to video games. And so I feel that if I'm able to have this paradigm shift, parents will no longer start to see the gaming as a bad thing, but associate their gaming with, try to pair their gaming with something else and incentivize that, right? Now, all of a sudden, your kid who plays video games in grade 7 and grade 8, you now don't limit how much they play the video game, because really you can't, to a point. They're going to find a way to play. If you block one avenue, they go somewhere else. You pair it with Duolingo and Brilliant and say, hey, look, you get a free pass. You get to do whatever without me stressing you so long as you continue with this. By the time they graduate high school, they now have a second language that was not taught in the home, right? Available to them going into the real world. Now you have 2-3 languages. Now you have a better understanding of blockchain and crypto and technology that is here to stay, because they embarked on this micro learning. You've now prepared your kids in a way that a lot of people, a lot of other children haven't, but also the way the schools cannot. And that's coming from a university academic advisor. Last question: what other apps or subjects can I delve into during breaks? Dynamic side-by-side visuals, one on one side, intense game sequences, and on the other, engaging learning sessions on various apps. The transitions are fluid, emphasizing the harmony between gaming and learning. So I haven't really gotten into which specific apps that I really want to advertise in this capacity, but top of mind, I'm thinking Duolingo, I'm thinking Brilliant, and I'm thinking Quizlet. All right, so we have my video here. This video right now is an in-progress video shaping ideas into impact. And it's just me saying, if you're seeing this video, just know that I'm currently working on it, which is what you're seeing in this video. But for the sake of the website, I needed to have those areas filled out. And that is what you're seeing there. I always like to have a quote: if you have no critics, you'll likely have no success. Malcolm X. Here's my blog articles. These will eventually, this area here will definitely be dedicated to the playlist that is the Soloist Project. And so right now you're seeing, these concepts. These are all concept blog articles to work out the thumbnails to make sure that it's working with the website. So that's where it is. And then you just see at the bottom here the 4 kind of pillars of this, of me and my brand: genuine authenticity, continuous growth, passion-fueled purpose, community engagement. So really just tying together as much as possible, making it easy for people to understand. Genuine authenticity, embrace your soloist, continuous growth, intentional change every day, passion-fueled purpose, lead with heart, community engagement, build bridges, and connect. So yeah, so there you have it, guys. That is the Soloist page on my website, giving a more in-depth understanding of what it is, the Soloist, what it is I hope to achieve with that. And it's supposed to help people understand, the professional side of it. Yes, develop that, but really the passion side of you, how to share that, and what it is I'm doing for me. Hopefully you find points in there that will help you to do it for yourself. So I think that's it. I'll leave it there. I'm happy with what I'm able to get out in this video. If you enjoyed the video and you're seeing the process, if you have your own process, it's going to take work. I am doing this to give you a sort of North Star to see the amount of work that goes behind the scenes. I have done all this website. Nobody knows. My girlfriend knows. My dad knows. Nobody knows how much work I've done at this point. And on YouTube, I have 0 subscribers. I have 1 video uploaded, and it was this video that I had showed you here. So a lot of work behind the scene happens. Progress is invisible until it's not. And it will require a lot of work in the background, but you can do it. I'm doing it, and we could do it together. And hopefully, if I'm able to succeed, I'll be able to help create the infrastructure that will help you do just that. So I'll end it there. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Roydell Clarke, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.